Wyatt, she knew, or you knew, huh? He knew.
Like perfect.
It was. We're gonna start on page 49 in the grammar book. And go ahead and turn to that, and then we're gonna stand and do the flag salute. We'll get started. 49. Okay. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. Page 49. Talking about adverbs today. I like that whoever came up with the word adverb put it like that because it does add to the verb, so that helps a lot, right? I wish they would do add noun for adjective, but they didn't. They said adjective, so now that one's a little trickier to remember. But anyway, adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It tells, and I'm looking at the top here, it tells how, when, where, why, and to what extent. That's the part you should memorize right there in bold. These questions: how, when, where, why, to what extent. The way to find it is to start with the verb first. So in the sentence, you'll identify the verb and then ask these questions.
Which is the action?
Which is the action, exactly.
Like he went fishing in Lake Hawaii.
And there you go. And a lot of times, the adverb has an ly, and you guys know that because that's how you use it in your writing. But sometimes it's not. But here, this one's pretty easy to identify. Look at the example. Timmy recently ate an unusually large tomato. We've got two ly words there, recently and unusually. But if you look at ate, that's your verb, right? It's telling how he ate that. Recently ate. And then another one of the questions is when. See that question there for your memorized part. Unusually, well, actually, that doesn't answer that one.
How did he eat? Why did he eat?
Unusually is one of those unusual words. What can I say? But it has an ly, so that tells us it's an adverb. That's a big clue right there.
Foster?
Recently tells when he recently ate, right? Okay.
Is it imposter?
No, an imposter is like chilly or wrinkly is it describing a thing, right? So if it's chilly, the room is chilly, or the man has a wrinkly face. So those are imposters because they end in ly, but they're describing a thing rather than an action. So and then there's chili, but that one doesn't have a y, that one has an I, right? I love chili.
Chili sounds good right now, like the restaurant.
Now don't start talking about food. I'm already hungry. I got to get used to this time change because it's like 12:20 right now instead of 11:20. So, you're killing me over here. Right here is just talking about, in the middle, is talking about how you use that for your writing when you use an ly adverb to dress up your writing. There's a place at the back of this book if you want to continue a list of ly adverbs that you find in different things. That's an option, okay? Down here, adjective, remember how I said add noun would have been a nicer way to write this word, but no, it's adjective. That's just telling more about the noun, though. It's adding to the noun or modifying the noun. It describes a noun. An adjective tells which one, what kind, how many, or whose. I wish we could just change the dictionary, but
just do that.
Wyatt. The dictionary according to Wyatt. There you go.
Yeah.
Adjective right here, week 6, you learned that an adjective usually comes before the word it describes. An adjective that describes a subject may follow a linking verb. So here, the scared mice ran. The adjective usually comes before the word it describes. In this one, the noun is mice. What kind of mice are they? Scared, right? So even though scared could look like a verb because it's an emotion, in this sentence it's describing the mice, so it becomes an adjective. Remember, words can only function as one part of speech at a time, but it can, like, remember how we talked about the word light? Could be an adjective, it could be a noun, the light in the room, it could be an adjective like the light rain. or it could be the light hurt my eyes. So, yeah, there's a lot of words like that in English that perform different parts of speech, but whatever it is in the sentence, it's only one. So that one, scared, is functioning as an adjective. And then here it says the mice were scared. That's still an adjective, even though it comes after the noun mice. An adjective may follow a linking verb. So that linking verb were connects the noun and the adjective there. Okay. That's a linking verb. The mice were scared. So it's still describing the mice, what kind of mice, they were scared mice. Okay. Any questions about that page? All right, turn the page. This is page 50. Capitalization, if we're talking about proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. You guys know what proper nouns are. They're names of people or places or theme parks or whatever, names of things. So here it says Timmy's tail bumped the English teacup. That word English is from England, right? So it's a teacup from England, but the way we say it is English teacup. So it still is a capital E because it's referring to a country, England, right? Okay, so it's a proper noun. So think about it here. Oh, I thought we already talked about this, but I was wrong. It's right here about light. I just was telling you about light. Hello. I think I must have talked about this in another class, but anyway, many words can be used as different parts of speech, blah, blah, blah. I already told you this. For example, light can be a noun, adjective, or even a verb. So look right here, Simeon, where it says noun. The light hurt my eyes. Because it has that article the in front of it, that tells us it's a noun coming, right? The light. So in this sentence, the light is a thing. It's a person, place, thing, or idea. It's a thing, right? So the light hurt my eyes. Adjective, the light rain was falling. So even though we have the article the noun in this sentence is actually talking about the rain, right? And then the light rain tells what kind of rain. It's describing the rain. So that means light here is an adjective. Do you see that? Same word used differently. And then the last one, the lamps light the room. What is the noun in that sentence? The lamps light the room. Actually, there's two nouns technically, but what is the subject of that sentence? Yeah, the lamps, right? And it's telling what the lamps are doing. What are they doing? Lighting the room, right? So the lamps light the room. That is a verb, light. Okay. Oh, good question. So lit is past tense, isn't it? We wouldn't say lighted the room. That sounds weird. But that's if you're talking about past tense, yes, it would be lit, but they wanted to show you present tense, like they're doing it right now.
Lit sounds like they're lighting, like you're lighting a fire or something.
It's already lit, right? You already did it. Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah.
They light right there.
Do you guys have any questions about that page? My allergies. I'm not sick, I promise.
My
But-
allergies are bad now too.
I know. Okay, let's go to the practice page. Nico, if you have any questions along the way, just unmute. Okay.
I have a question with Timmy. Would that be not a noun?
Timmy?
Explaining who is that.
Ah, yes, you're right, but we'll get to that. Trevor, could you read the sentence to us actually?
Yeah.
Page 51.
In comparison, Timmy's vest, which he usually wore outdoors, was rumpled and dull.
Rumpled and dull. So we're going to start with that vocabulary, rumpled. Anybody know what that means? It's kind of like, I use crumpled more. Yeah.
It's like a wrinkle.
Yes.
It's like a wrinkle in your clothes when you just shove it into your
Yes.
closet.
Have you ever taken the clothes out of the dryer and shoved them in like a basket to take to your room and then you never put them away, right?
I did.
And you get out your t-shirt, it's like, oh,
I put it in.
Is the
Jump up. I just feel like it's like a trampoline and jump on it.
what were you going to say, Nico?
is the practice page 51?
Yes, page 51. So rumpled is wrinkled or, you know, crumpled up or whatever. So, and then the nouns, I'm gonna start with, how about Nico, since I got you on the computer there? What are the two nouns in that sentence?
Timmy. Oh wait, no. Vest
Good.
and wait. Sorry. Outdoors.
You know what?
Wait, no.
This is a tricky one. It's a hard one to identify. It actually is at the beginning. It's part of the prepositional phrase. It's comparison.
Oh.
That word comparison is a noun because it's part of that prepositional phrase. It starts with in comparison. That was a tricky one. I admit. Okay, so we got comparison and vest. And then how about, let's see, Ethier. I almost called you Wyatt. Ethier, what is the pronoun in the sentence? Good. He. Since that was so short, can you give us the adjectives too?
Rumpled.
Rumpled. Yes, you're right. I had to look at that one for a second because it almost sounds like a verb with the ed, but it is an adjective. And yes, dull is one. One more. Trevor said it earlier. Whose vest is it? Timmy's. That is an example of one of those words. It's a name, so it could be a noun, but because it has an apostrophe s, it's telling it's a possessive noun, so it's telling whose vest it is, right? So that becomes an adjective there.
When we were on like the Google Glass, I'm like, oh no, I know where it is. And then I'll just be like, all right, that has to be it. It's Timmy's vest. So I just go into the chat and said Tim Tim.
Okay, so Wyatt, how about the ly adverb?
Usually.
Yeah, that's pretty easy because it has ly. So we're just gonna label it as ly. And then since that was so short, how about the coordinating conjunction? Yes, fanboys. Don't forget about that.
It's usually and.
Fanboys.
Oh,
The A in fanboys stands for and. And then how about simian? I kind of gave it away already. See if you remember that prepositional phrase.
Yeah.
Did you forget?
In is right?
No, but it does start with in. That's correct. But it stops on the first noun, which is in comparison. Let's see if I can move that closer to you. In comparison, because it starts on the preposition and then it stops on the first noun or pronoun. That's the prepositional phrase. Yeah, it's a weird one, but that's why, because it's part of that phrase. That's how you know it's a noun.
And I was saying like, it's neither in composition or like was.
Yeah. So when you're hello, come on in, Gina. We're on page 51. If you get stuck on the prepositional phrases, remember the trick to finish the list and then come back to that. That helps, because if it does not have a label on it, on top of it, that usually means it's a preposition. Okay. How about let's see, Trevor, how about the who which clause?
Which he usually wore outdoors.
Yes, that whole part, which he usually wore outdoors. We're going to label it with W/W.
And parentheses.
And parentheses, yes. And then let's go back to Ethier. Let's focus on the verbs next. They could be action or linking or helping. What kind of verbs?
War.
War is a verb.
Was.
Yes. That's it. Those two. War is actually action verb, and then was is a linking verb. It's linking to rumpled.
Could you say that again? I didn't hear it.
Yes, war is an action verb, so put a V on top of war. And then
Okay.
was is the linking verb.
Okay.
Yeah, it's linking the noun. Well, it's linking parts of the sentence together here. We've got the who which clause, and then it's linking that to the adjective and the two adjectives. We haven't said the subject yet. Yeah, and Ethier, if you could let Jaina see yours so she can kind of catch up there. So Wyatt, how about the subject? Who wore in that who which clause right there? Who was it that
Timmy.
wore?
Timmy. He.
He. In the who which clause, we have he, that's a subject. Because remember, inside the clause has to be a subject verb pair too. And then what was it that was rumpled and dull, Wyatt?
Vest.
That's all right. Vest is the other subject. Okay, so we got vest as a subject and then he within the who which clause. Always look at the verbs and then ask yourself like, who or what. That's how you find the subject. All right, so Simeon, where do the capitals need to go? N and Timmy, good. And then Trevor, how about the comma? Do we put one in or take one out? You're right.
Oh, yeah, take it out with rumble.
With rumple, do you know why though?
Because there's not 3 items listed.
Good. There's only 2 adjectives listed, so we do not need a comma after rumpled. Good. And then the end mark, Jaina, will give you the easy one. What do we need at the end? A period. Usually it's a period. So we're done with that page. You can write it down at the bottom later. Some people are frantically writing it right now as I speak.
I gotta get it done.
Put it away, put it away, put it away. Get out your binder. Let's do this. Because we don't want it to be sloppy, right? You're rushing, so you want to take your time later. That's why.
Well, my mom doesn't take time. She said, why, do this right now? Okay, right, I'm gonna give you like 25 minutes to do your entire math test, and then after that, you're gonna be doing your math, everything else.
Well, the nice thing about the writing it down is it's copy work, right? You can do that by yourself, you know, in between stuff or whatever.
I'm like, oh no.
All right.
And I'm like doing it. My mom says like, oh, why your handwork's so bad, and like, you're rushing me.
All right, you guys, binders out. Take everything out from your country mouse, city mouse, everything you have in your front pocket. And I wanted to tell you, Simeon, you don't have to print it for me. You can just put it on Google Classroom. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because I only, yeah, I want to see it, but I'm going to do the grading part on the Google Classroom. I know that Trevor, I'll look at yours after class, so remind me to do that. But we don't really have time to share our stories today, but maybe at the end of classes, if there's time, if anybody wants to share their story. Okay. But I'll give you feedback on the computer once you submit that. So let's put away week 6. I know you got a couple of, this pink page. Let me see real quick there.
I think that pink page is, I think my pink and blue paper on the computer.
Oh, this pink page, your LY adverb list, let's put that away first. That one's going to go behind stylistic techniques. Okay.
Dang it, I always use that.
You can find it easy because you can use it.
I put it on the front.
Oh, okay. That's what we did last year, huh?
Yeah,
Kept it in the
because
front.
it's a good thing, like how, what should I put for this? Look it up.
So I'm having you guys keep it behind stylistic techniques just so that you know where it's at. You need to look back on that. That one goes in banned words. I think you forgot to put this away last week. So go that and then banned words. There you go. Stick that in there.
My sister was so confused about
The rest of it, hold on, the rest of it can go behind finished compositions. And I like you to keep that overview page on top. This one here, the overview page, and then I don't care what order behind that. Doesn't matter to me.
the last video. I put it in front, like that here, but in front, and I put something.
By the way, some of your binders I've noticed are getting too full. Because when you start opening the rings and they start popping out, that's no good. So what I want to recommend, if it gets to that point, take out the finished compositions and put it somewhere else, like in a folder at home or something, just to free up some space. Or an extra binder.
And then at
or
the end of the year, you can, and then at the end of the year, you can
Like
tell
collection of
campfire
everything.
story, and then you can tell campfire story.
I know
about
where you're
all
going with
government,
it.
And then after you throw 'em in the fire.
There you go. Check with your mom
Tell-
first.
But we do have.
And then roast some
fire.
marshmallows or something with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, then you're gonna go to the beginning tab, source text, get out week 7. That's what we're doing this week, week 7. And it's 4 pages, eating together,
Eating together. What?
eating together. I know, it's weird. And then leave week 8 in there. That's for later. Eating together, and then you do need a piece of lined paper. Actually, 2 pieces of lined paper this
Oh, it's a
time.
harvest festival.
Ah,
Harvest festival.
yeah, that was pretty
That's
fun.
like the weirdest thing I ever said in my life. Like, ah. And then it's all festival.
We're gonna take some notes together in class today, before we get into the story. Actually, it's an article. Articles are different because that's telling information about something. Stories tell, fictional and the characters and situations and stuff like that. So we're kind of moving more back into academic writing. So on a clean piece of lined paper, did you get lined paper out? Go ahead and take your lined paper out, 2 pieces. Go ahead and put your name and then your date here. Today's the 6th of November. How did that happen?
I like it.
Next week we'll have class, but then the week after that is Thanksgiving break, so we can take a little vacay.
The good thing is that Christmas is almost here.
It is a good thing. Okay.
There's party.
My
Oh,
birthday's
snow.
coming too, by the way.
Yeah, my birthday's coming.
What is your birthday again?
December
13th. Ooh, yours is sooner than mine. Any other November birthdays?
My sister is the
25th, so
My
his is.
sister's one is literally right before Christmas.
Oh,
Is on the night before Christmas.
oh, Christmas Eve. How about you, Simeon?
My grandma and my nieces.
So it's a busy month.
My dad's birthday was 2 years ago.
Mine is the 29th, so at the end of the month,
And
right after Thanksgiving.
Do we need 2 pieces of lined paper?
Yes, you need 2. Can you see this okay, Nico?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is gonna be class notes on your first note page, and then we're gonna do a keyword outline on the other one. So underneath.
All right. Let me go take out another one.
Okay. Summarizing a reference. A reference means informational text. Okay, so reference could be encyclopedia, it could be an article, it could be a newspaper, it could be a journal, it could be like not a personal journal, but like a science journal or something like that, or political. But a reference means it's actual information. Okay, so this is actually a reference that we're going to talk about here.
So it's like an actual thing, like
Yeah.
nothing about like saying someone that was in a castle trying to escape without.
Okay, time out. I gotta keep going here. Underline just SUM of the word summarizing. When you see sum, SUM, you probably think of math, right? When you're adding numbers together, you find the sum, that's the total. But really, this word, and over here, go ahead and skip a line, and over here, I want you to put the word sum, and then dash A, and then rise, like that. It should be spelled summarize, or summarizing, because you're really telling some of the information. Go ahead and circle that word sum. When you summarize information, you're only telling part of it, not the whole thing, not like a sum of math, right? You're just telling part. That makes it a little bit easier to remember. So when you're reading an article, there might be like 20 things, 20 facts that you're learning, but you only need to write about maybe 5. So how are you going to go from 20 facts to 5 facts? How do you pick the facts? You guys remember when we talked about this before? What do you
Pick
pick,
the
Wyatt?
best ones.
The best ones are maybe underneath that, just put a dash and put the word interesting. And then put another dash underneath that and put relevant. And one more dash and put the word important.
Jeez.
So really, there's three things you're looking for when you're trying to pick your facts, right? Because you want to pick some. And then I'm just gonna have you draw like a bracket like that and then put the word facts here, because these are notes, right? It's for you to look back on later, because I know you guys probably have written reports before about a president, about maybe volcanoes or a planet or some information report. Oh, you haven't? This will be your, well, you did for me last year.
Yeah, but not for anyone else.
So you're gonna, I want you to put a star by interesting, because I think that's the best one, like you were saying, because if you find it interesting, the person reading your report is gonna find it probably interesting too. Because those kind of stand out, interesting facts. All right, and then we're gonna draw a little diagram here.
Oh.
So go ahead and skip a line down here, and I want you in the middle of your paper, put that word subject. A subject of a report is the big topic, right? The big thing that you're writing about. Like, let's say you guys all live in Tehachapi. So let's pretend for a second your subject is Tehachapi, right? It's a city, it's big, right? And it's a broad subject. Underneath subject is where you're going to come up with topics. And I'm going to have you draw like 3 lines like this. And then you're going to put topic, topic, topic.
Big topic.
Topic, topic, topic.
Like that when they have like a pizza place. What's your toppings?
Oh, toppings, yeah. So if your subject is Tehachapi, what are some things about Tehachapi? I'm thinking of things like, well, I'm thinking there's hiking here. You could go hiking. You could go to the lake and go
We
fishing.
have a lot of pizza.
We have restaurants. We have a lot of restaurants. Well, not a lot, but we have some. We have a museum. We have the train. We have the train. Yeah, we have a train museum actually here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we have that.
And we have the windmills, right? These are all possible topics about Tehachapi. If our subject is Tehachapi, the topics tell a little bit more. Now, but if you're thinking about hiking, for instance, that's a
And
topic.
also California's loop.
The loop.
You would put what most commonly known for that.
Most commonly known for, like, some topics are like,
Windmills, train loop.
yeah, windmills, train loop. Those are probably the 2 main ones. Oh, one of the topics could be wildlife. We have wildlife here, right?
There's also isn't there's planes.
So I want you underneath topic to draw 5 lines like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put facts on the first one, and then we'll just put F's on all of these so that we know that means facts.
Do we have to copy this down?
Yes, please. This should go on one of your line pieces of paper. Can you see it okay, Nico?
Yeah, looks fine.
Okay. But I wanted you to get the visual of how this goes. The subject is the big thing, Tehachapi. Each topic is something about Tehachapi, and then the facts are more information about that topic, right? Like if you're talking about restaurants, let's talk about that. What restaurants do we have? Just start naming some. Don Perico's, TK's, T-Dubs. I know.
Burger King.
And the other one, what'd you say, Nico?
Frosty King.
Frosty King. The other one I miss is Golden Mountain. That was one of my favorite. Oh, the Mexican restaurant. What's the Mexican restaurant on Valley? It's on there, the 202.
Like the pig restaurants? No, it's a Mexican.
No, the other one over by on the 202.
It's like next to that sketchy area gas station. Sketchy area.
That's not a sketchy area.
Sketchy. Where is this sketchy area, like in the middle of
It's a
nowhere,
Spanish
in, like,
word.
the
Do you know what
middle
it
of
is,
the
Nico?
alleyway?
Domingos, there you go, Domingos. So that would be like different facts about the restaurants, right? You're naming different restaurants. Or if the topic was wildlife, what are some wildlife that we have here? You can just say it, mountain lions,
Deer,
bears, bobcats,
elk,
deer, squirrel,
Ants.
elk. So these all could be your little top or your little facts, right?
I found a snake.
We've had snakes in our yard too. Okay, so you get the idea, right? Your subject is the big thing. Different topics support the subject, and then these facts support the topic. So that's the basic setup for this. Now I want you to get out a clean piece of paper, clean piece of lined paper, and put your name and date. And then you're gonna put eating together. Skip a line, eating together. I know. It is weird, but it'll make sense when you read it. And then we're just gonna do KWO. You guys know what that is.
Up to you and say, hey, do you want to watch it? You want to watch it eating together?
Skip a line. Roman numeral 1. And then you're gonna do 1 through 5. And put 5 in parentheses, and I'll explain why.
Wait, are we doing stories and construct this time?
No, this is totally different.
Yeah.
Back to keyword outline, yeah. And then skip a line, and we're gonna do the same thing for Roman numeral 2. So lucky for you, this is only 2 paragraphs long.
Yeah, but a lot of sentences.
Same thing, 1 through 5, but put 5 in parentheses. Now, you all, except for Trevor, I don't think you had my class last year. But have you ever heard of the topic clincher rule? Okay, good. So in the margin over here by Roman numeral 1, I want you to put that word topic. And then by the, so by the Roman numeral, you're gonna put topic. By the 5, you're gonna put clincher.
I only put 1 in.
Now, who remembers the topic clincher rule with emotions and everything? Can you do it, Wyatt? What is it?
Topic
Sentence.
Clincher
And the clincher sentence.
must
Good.
how do you spell clencher?
Reflect.
1,
No.
2, 2, 3 key words.
Good. Oh, that makes me so happy. Did you guys remember that too? You remember it? Well, the hand motions help, right? I know it seems like goofy, but it does help remember. So everybody go like this. The topic sentence and the clincher sentence must repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. Good. See, when you do the motions, your brain connects that and it'll help you remember. That's true for anything that you're memorizing, by the way. You can do make up little hand motions to go with it, and it'll seriously help you. Like if you're taking a test or
I
something.
only forgot a little bit.
So if you're sitting there taking a test and you're like, don't worry about
Is
it.
it clencher or clenched?
Clincher. Clincher with an R. Sorry, Nico, that's an R. Clincher. All right, so that's a new rule we're going to start following. But now, we're going to look at this article. Let's look at it called Eating Together. This is on page 63. Just taking a glance at it, that's a lot of information. There's probably like 15, 20 facts on here and different things. So we're going to have to use that strategy to find the interesting things that we think is interesting to put here. These, by the way, let's put a little bracket right here and put the word facts. And by the way, eating together is the subject. Remember that thing I told you earlier. So the subject's here, eating together. The topics, we got 2 topics, but then we've got facts here. Let's go ahead and put it here too. The facts are
Make
gonna
facts
support
really right.
the topic, okay?
Make facts really right.
So we have to have 4. But if you have one more fact that you really like and you want to include it, you can have 5. But you can't have 6 and you can't have 3. So it's either 4 or 5. That's why we put this in parentheses right there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. And what I want you to do while I read it is think about something interesting you hear in there. And I want you to put a little check mark. Remember how we did a little check mark in the margin? Or underline it. You can do it either way. Whatever you think is interesting, okay, as I read it. So I'm going to read it. You guys think about, oh, that's cool, or oh, that's interesting. Either underline it or put a check mark in the margin somewhere near it so you know where to find it again. Okay, so it says, people have been eating together and experiencing the benefits of sharing meals with others for thousands of years. People dine together for many occasions around the world, including wedding receptions, religious holidays, and family reunions. These special occasions call for special foods. People in North America, the South Pacific, the Caribbean, and even Liberia celebrate Thanksgiving by feasting with their families and friends. Turkey and ham are common Thanksgiving foods. Iran celebrates the Persian New Year in the spring with foods that represent renewal and include fish, lamb, and omelets. These foods all have a variety of green herbs such as basil, mint, and tarragon. The United Kingdom has a holiday called Burns Night to celebrate the Scottish poet Robert Burns. People read his poetry and eat one of Burns's favorite dishes, haggis, which is made from chopped sheep organs, oatmeal, onions, and spices, all stuffed in a sheep's stomach.
Why is in every single one of these things they talk about like they cutting open the animal and grabbing their organ?
I guess because it's interesting. I don't know the answer to that.
Because last time on the cowboy one.
Yes, grub, yes. So, but isn't there a Mexican dish that menudo? What's it made out of? What's menudo made out of? Do you know what it is, Nico?
I've never heard of it.
Menudo? I think it's stomach. Yeah, probably cow.
They love cow brain.
And brain, yeah.
Well,
Tongue.
that thing has to leave.
So you should already be I see you guys marking up your paper. That's good. Wyatt, you should be underlining things that are interesting to you. Okay, so maybe even though it's gross, maybe it's interesting that they ate sheep's stomach and as they celebrated this guy's, I don't know, because he died, so they celebrate him, right? All right, I'm going to keep going. Korea has a special harvest festival when they serve braised beef short ribs. Now that sounds good. A special pancake made with fish, that does not sound good, and a sweet potato noodle meal. Interesting. That's in Korea. Okay, I'm on the back here. There are many advantages of eating with other people, and the table is a place to build relationships. People stop working while they eat and make time to talk about their activities, ideas, and feelings. Consequently, meal times can become very special times for building and growing friendships and family ties. When people share meals with their family members, families become healthier. In 2012, a group of American researchers found that many teens admitted that home-cooked meals are healthier than fast food. That's pretty obvious. The young people stated that frequent dinners with their families helped them keep away from tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. In 2014, a group of researchers in Bulgaria published information indicating that students who ate meals at home with family 5 or more days a week learned more easily in their classes than students who did not regularly eat with family. Young people who eat with their family were also less likely to be overweight. Overall, there are many significant health and social benefits from eating together. There you go. Do you guys eat with your families? Like
Yeah.
dinner, especially, probably?
Sometimes.
It's like a party.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys eat in front of the TV sometimes, or mostly at the table, or kind of both? Both, yeah.
We only eat at the table if it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving, yeah.
Because my mom's like, wait, we just stuff too much stuff on it, and my mom's like, I want every night just to clean all that off. Same
We-
thing.
When my kids were younger at home, we would eat at the table most of the time, but then Friday night was like family night, and we would always get pizza, and then we would eat in front of the TV, yeah, like
Movie
on the
nights.
couch, and yeah,
When
movie
we
night.
were watching a movie, we would watch the Polar Express.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
And then we would grab like hot chocolate.
There you go.
And just drink and dance to the like a hot chocolate one.
Didn't you like give your kid like make little money and stuff?
Oh yeah, the money courtesy me night.
Rude night. You guys remember that? Yes, yeah, that's a side note, but I used to make like Timmy bucks is what I call them, because I have a son named Timothy, and I called him Timmy when he was little. It was Timmy bucks, and he earned them for when he got his work done, and he, finished his chores, got a good grade, all those little incentives, and then he would be able to cash it in. And one of the things that he could cash it in for was rude night. And then, so if he had enough Timmy bucks, he would be allowed to be rude at the table. There still were limits to it.
Like you can't just
Can't throw food. You can't throw food.
Thanksgiving, you can't grab the entire
You
turkey.
can't have
and
rude
throw
night
it
on
out the
Thanksgiving, no.
window.
But we let him burp. We let him interrupt the conversation, which he loved. He was always like, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. And it's like, okay, Timmy, what do you want to say? But then what else? He could stand up on his chair, which he really liked that. He thought that was funny. He could like stand up and eat on his chair. I know, we're weird parents. What can I say? Okay, so
that's the
he
best.
yeah, that's what he said too. That's the best time. He remembers that. Okay. So we have our subject. We need to come up with a couple topics here. What are some things this talked about? I know we're talking about eating together, but what did we kind of learn from this article?
There's many variations of ways people eat together.
Ways people eat together. So maybe like,
Like
Wait.
reunions, weddings, holidays.
special events.
Especially-
Okay, special occasions. You're right. That's one of the topics. What's another possible topic that we could talk about? How about like,
Burns night. There's Burns night.
yeah, that was a special occasion. Celebrate in different ways. I'm also thinking, I was talking a lot about how things are healthier, right? So maybe like the benefits. I think that's what it said.
Probably because like maybe if
Reducing
you,
of overweight.
maybe
Yes.
maybe because like if you did that maybe because you don't want to be like bad in front of your family, so then you don't go out so then you go out with them instead of just sit by with yourself and get a lot of stuff.
Okay, that's true.
So then like
What if we put at number 1, I'm at Roman numeral 1. What if we put eating together, even though I know that's the name of it, and then let's put benefits as one of the topics. And then for Roman numeral 2, let's put ET, not extraterrestrial, but that means eating together, right? Eating together, and put special occasions. Did I spell it right? I feel like I need an extra C in there. Does occasions have two C's? Here's my spelling,
Hey, could we?
occasions. Ah, two C's. Told you, I struggle with spelling, man. I never got that phonics thing down.
Could we do?
OCCASIONS, occasions, special occasions. What did you say? We're just doing two on this one, yeah.
So if someone comes in with class and just slaps on their like 5-page paragraph, and like, all right, here you go.
So the reason why I didn't capitalize eating together, I know that's the title of our subject here, but we're just talking about literally eating together. It's not a name of anything really other than this article. But we're going to talk about the benefits, and some of you already started mentioning some of those things. What are some benefits to eating together with your family? You can look back on there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let me start with overweight. Let's put less likely. Overweight. Oops. Didn't spell that right. I know that. WEI, right?
Yeah.
GHT. It's one word, right? Overweight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Less likely overweight. Somebody else said something, learn something.
Would likely be an aware. Or be aware.
Be aware.
Okay, let me pause on that just for a second. That's a good question. Likely is actually an adverb because you're talking about less likely to become, and become is a verb, so it's giving a little bit more information about that. Good question though. And what was your thing?
Be aware.
Aware of
Like, not like reducing drugs, like addiction to drugs and stuff.
yeah.
There's
So when you eat with your family, right? Maybe we could put, have you ever done W with a slash for with before? Like this?
Yeah,
In a text or something that could mean with. This put that, then we can put family. And then a down arrow, like you're less likely again to do drugs.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, alcohol. So with W, family, down, drugs, alcohol. Tobacco was the other word they said there, but we'll leave
is
it at that.
tobacco sauce is a drug.
Tabasco. That's different than
Or
tobacco.
for like smoking, you could put like little smokes.
Oh, like a little cigarette or something. You could.
Cigar,
Mhm.
that's actually very.
You think so? Okay. What else is healthier about, like, what are the benefits of eating together? Wyatt.
You get to have a better relationship with them.
Ooh, good. Better relationship. And you guys can look on what you underlined too, because those are the interesting facts there too. Better.
I thought you had to only underline one.
Oh, no, I wanted you to underline all the facts that you thought was interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go back and do that later though. Better relationship with your family and maybe even
Family,
friends, people in general, maybe.
Just someone that you care about.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that by the time the teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
by the time they're teenagers, they kind of realize that
The healthier option.
yeah.
What if we put fam for family, and then friends too? Cause I did mention both, like better relationship with family and friends, right? Now you were saying something about teens. What was that part?
I was saying that it's funny that they realize that once they got into their teens.
Yeah,
Healthier.
there's another, a healthier option, healthier than fast food, right?
No,
Okay.
fast food's very good.
Yeah, but every day though, you kind of feel gross after, if you eat it, if you're like going on a trip or something, you find yourself eating out all the time and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, but what happens if you're like,
Unless you go to Albertsons and stop by and grab like one of the big sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like,
healthier, home cooked.
go by like the butcher shop and just wrap or just grab some like already cooked meat too, and then those chicken's good. That chicken will be good.
Yes.
It just came out of the fryer.
I get that sometimes too, the rotisserie chicken. Say that again.
Health and social benefits.
Health and social, we kind of talked about that as far as relationships and less overweight. Is there anything else you can add for number 5 that you can find on there? I thought it was interesting. What about this part? Students who ate meals at home with family 5 or more days a week learned more easily in their classes. That's crazy to me,
So then
right? You can actually learn better.
for me, like if you're if you're eating lunch, I don't care if you want to talk, just eat your food because my sister has she has like 5 minutes of her lunch break. She has
If you
5
guys-
minutes to eat her entire lunch.
If you guys have a better way of putting that, go with what you want to put. I'm gonna put eat at home, learn better at school, right? Or you guys are homeschooled, but when you're learning different subjects, you learn better. I thought that was super interesting because who would have thought just eating at home would make a difference about how you learn? Isn't that weird? But it's true. And so if you guys don't eat at home with your family very often, maybe you could suggest it and say, hey, can we eat at home tonight? Or can we eat at the table? And say, I just read in an article that it actually helps me learn better. So maybe we should.
We had burgers for dinner yesterday.
And here we've got eating together. Remember that's this, eating together, not extraterrestrial. Okay. E.T. Okay. E.T. special occasions. Let's fill this in. What kind of special occasions did it talk about?
Holidays.
Burns night. There's Burns night.
Yeah, it did talk about that. Let's finish this one and then we'll go back to Burns night. That was interesting. Oh, just do a big arrow, like switch it. Okay.
Yeah, I did that too, and then
Oopsie.
yeah.
You can switch it.
Just like a rate, just you see like the thing, just erase. If you wrote on number 2, just erase one line and then boom, and then just add that one to the top one. Boom.
Wait, are we only gonna do 2 paragraphs and then next week only 1? Because I see 3 paragraphs.
This is only 2 paragraphs long. Wait, let me double check. It's only 2. Look at your checklist really quick, page 67. You only
Okay.
have 2 paragraphs, so you're good. We're gonna do both. Under style, under dress ups, you only have 2 paragraphs, paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. That's not too
Oh,
much. So you're good.
I see 3 because I see 3 indents, like 1, 2, and 3.
3 events? Is that what you said?
No, indents.
Oh. Oh, well,
Like-
okay, so the original article has more than 2 paragraphs. Yeah. You're right, Nico. It has actually technically 4, Trevor's pointing out.
So you cut out
But
the-
we're only looking for topics within this big article. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we're only doing 2. Yeah. So we've got holidays, weddings, festivals. Those are special occasions, right?
Yeah.
And then I think
Special-
Nico mentioned this guy. What was his name again?
Burns night.
Robin.
Burns night.
Burns night. Maybe we should put his name because we can count that as 1. Robert Burns, and then call it Burns night, I guess.
Imagine if that entire thing that entire night you have to burn your food.
It's weird that his name was Burns, but I don't think it really had to do with burning your food. That would not be good.
All right, everyone, it's burn night out, so
You
let's
say,
just
like-
burn your food on your
Oh,
stove.
Special
yeah.
recipes.
Let's special recipes. Yep. Let's put that in there. Cause that was weird. They ate some weird stuff. What did they eat for Burns night?
They had
Mhm.
chopped sheep organs, oatmeal, onions, and spices stuffed in a sheep's stomach.
I think we gotta put that. I mean, come on, right? What can we put?
Maybe put like an arrow after night and then like hit connected, cause like what?
Oh, to the next one down here? Yeah, okay, let's do that.
The thing is that couldn't like the stomach be like
Sheep.
dangerous? Because like what happens if the sheep like eats like some like toxic waste or something?
How are we gonna put that? How are we gonna put this? If it's cooked, I guess it's safe, but in America, we don't really eat that. I don't think this is in America, is it? No, Scottish.
It's England.
In
It's England.
United Kingdom.
Wait, would you do special, like weird special recipes?
I wanna put sheep stomach and chopped organs. How can we do this?
Steak stomach.
I just saw your face like I just saw your face like
Well, we could do.
Sheep's
We could do sheep organs and
stomach.
then arrow the stomach to draw all the other foods that they.
Yeah, stuffed. Or it's chopped sheep's stomach. Well, let's just put organs. Oh, here, I know, with W/ organs. Just remember, it's not human organs, it's sheep organs, okay? Sheep stomach with organs. Ew. Oh, yeah, you could. The little S in there.
S. Like S recipe.
Yeah,
it looks like it's a
so you guys can put that.
Looks
What?
like it's a magnifying glass and you're looking for the culprit S.
That's funny.
Or
What other special occasions were there that we read about in other countries? What's another country? Look at what you underlined there.
Korea's special harvest festival.
Okay. Let's put Korea. What did they eat there?
Fish pancakes.
fish.
Yeah,
pancakes.
that was kind of gross. That's just wrong.
They served braised beef and short ribs.
Well, that doesn't.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Well, ES.
But I kind of feel like fish pancakes would be a good one.
Well,
I'm gonna put fish pancakes.
Yeah, it's like at the restaurant. You have to mix the most disgusting things.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
that does not go together at all.
And I love it.
that it tastes good actually.
I used to think that fried chicken and waffles sounded gross together, but then I actually tried it and it was good. It's really good.
That seems really good.
I'm really hungry now. Okay. Anything else on the back? There was something about, oh no, that's just talking about benefits. Any other special occasions? So we could stop at 4 though. If we can't think of any other.
Probably wasn't a
The
breakfast.
Persian.
It probably is not like the pancakes were. Yeah, it's probably more like a breakfast. These foods all have a variety of green herbs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sweet potato noodles meal.
I think we can stop there. Let's not do 5 on that one. We can just stop there. So now you've got your information for your 2 topics. These are your topics. These are your paragraphs, okay? So one of your topics is the benefits. Go ahead and circle that word benefits. And then circle special occasions. Those are your 2 topics here. Notice how we read the article and then we had to think about it. What did they focus on? Well, they focused on the benefits of eating at home with your family. And then they also focused on special occasions. So your job is to write 2 paragraphs. Before you put everything away, hold on, Jana. I called you Janie, sorry. Jana, look at your checklist one more time. Notice it has topic clincher. It has the rule. You're gonna start using that now. Do you guys remember? You have to either highlight or bold, or if you're handwriting it, you can put a box around it. It has to be how many words?
2 to 3
Key.
words.
Okay, so you're gonna pick that in your first sentence and your last sentence. They have to connect like that. You guys
Wait, say that again. What is it again?
Okay, so remember how we did the topic clincher rule earlier? It was
I
like-
didn't hear that.
Okay, let's do it again. Ready? The topic sentence and the clincher sentence must repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. Okay, so we know what repeat means. It's the same word, right? What does reflect mean?
A different word that means the same thing.
Yes, so it could be instead of special occasions, it could be special events or parties. That could be another way to say special occasions, right? So that's an example. So does that make more sense, Nico?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're writing your very first sentence and your very last sentence of each paragraph, you're gonna connect those words. So this is something now you're gonna do every time you do your writing. You still have your dress ups there. There's 4 of them. ly adverb, who, which, strong verb, and because. You still have to have those 4 in there. And
right.
I know you have your band words still, so don't use those.
Of course, I
Don't.
went me.
And oh, you're lucky. We don't have eat 8 on here yet.
EA.
Eat 8. Remember how we added
Oh,
that word
yeah.
later? So you don't have it on here yet, because that's always hard to, because you're talking about eating and all. So you got lucky on that one.
Gulp down the soda.
There you go.
Gulp.
Gulped. So do you guys know what to do?
Chomped.
What's that?
Chomped instead of eating.
Chugged. Yeah, or chugged down a soda.
I said chomped. CHOMPED.
Yes, chomped.
Sounds
That is
weird.
a good one.
You said like the
Chomped. You
chug.
said chugged, right?
I thought you said gulp.
Gulped. I already forgot.
Gulp.
Gulped, and you're right. Chomped. That would be a good one.
I thought you said.
All right, you
gulp.
guys.
I thought you said chum.
That's it, Nico. So 2 paragraphs. You got it from here, Nico?
Yep.
Alrighty. Hope you feel better. Here's Ethier.
Bye.
Here, everybody say hi to Nico. Or wave. They're all quiet. Okay. See you next week. Hope you feel better.
Thanks. Bye.
You're welcome.